What's going on, guys? Klepto here and welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video I'm going to talk about how you can customize your game on Dolphin. As long as you have Dolphin, everything's fine. If you don't, I'm going to leave a download link in the description taking you to their website so you can download their latest version or whichever version you would like. Now, disclaimer, if you don't use Dolphin in this video, or if you're watching this video and you don't have Dolphin and you don't intend on getting Dolphin, then I apologize, then I can't really help you. But this works for most games on Dolphin, not just Bakugan, so keep that in mind. And yeah, so I'm gonna be customizing Bakugan in this video, just disclaimer real quick. So first things first, what you're gonna want to do is go to graphics settings or advanced. You're gonna go to utility and you want to click on load custom textures. This is for when you customize the game, that the textures that you've customized will actually load in and render, and so that you could actually use them. Now, the thing that's the most important about this is the texture dumping. You have to enable this whenever you come to a section of the game where you actually would like to change something. So let's say you want to change a gate card or an ability card or anything, right? Then you're gonna have to press this button. So we're gonna leave it disabled for now, but we're gonna keep this right here so that we can use it whenever we need it, right? So let's open up Bakugan. I already did a video on this, and for some reason the video got corrupted, which I'm pretty pissed about, and hopefully it's not messed up. Okay, it's not messed up. So I customized in my video, I customized Mannion, and I also customized a ability card. So I'm going to customize the ability card and show you how to do it. Now, I customized this one, I think. So G power bump, what you want to do is go over to Dolphin here, click on texture dumping, enable that, and then you go back to your game. As you can see here, just look around, look at stuff, interact with things, press on it, stuff like that. As long as Dolphin can render it, that means that it will get it. So just keep it going, and then that should be enough. Disable this, and now what you want to do is, if you're on Windows, hold down Windows key R so that you can get up your app data, and then as you can see, percentage app data percentage to open up this, and then you're gonna appear in the roaming section. In the roaming section, you'll find Dolphin Emulator, and you want to click on it, go to dump, go to textures, and RUH, or whatever the game is called for you. Now here you'll see all the things that got dumped. I've done this earlier, so I have a lot of stuff in here. So don't you worry about half of these things. Like everything from here and down, I shouldn't be able to see. So don't you worry about that. But this is the card that we wanted to customize here. And if you wanted to, you could customize all of these cards, which is pretty nice. But what you would usually do is you would drag this out onto your desktop right here, and then after doing that, you would copy the name of this after getting the picture that you would want to replace it with. In this case, I already have a picture, which is this one. I picked this as an ability card right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this, just for the sake of the video, to test. Fuck it. We're going to drag it out like that. We're going to copy this, just like that. We're going to rename it. But the thing is that if you want to rename it, you gotta have to get rid of this. So here's what I'm going to do, or you could just drag this in your folder. But I'm going to open up my percentage app data again. You go to the roaming, excuse me. Go to Dolphin Emulator, click on load this time, textures. If you happen to not have any files or folders in here, then that would usually mean that you need to go to your Dolphin. You have to right click on your game, go to properties, go into info, and then you would have to copy the game ID, which would be, my game ID here is RUHZ52. So you have to just copy this right here, Control C, and then make a new folder and name that folder your game folder, and then just enter, and you would put everything in there, and then your game folder, and then in here you drag it, and then after you've dragged it, you can rename it. So I will rename it to TEX 150x67. That means that it's going to be the small version of the card. The reason there's another one with a bigger version is because this is what it would look like in the actual battle. The small one right here was just that was basically just the picture here, so obviously that won't be customized. Sometimes you could be like, sometimes the game does decide to render like the big one here as well, and it decides to give you like I think another big one which will actually go into battle, but you can obviously get the big one if you enter a battle and then just enable texture dumping. So now that we have this in here, and this is, you know, this still hasn't changed, and you might be wondering, okay, well, what happened? Well, what you need to do is you need to close your game and restart it. But before I do that, I'm going to add in the bigger version of this as well, simply because I already have it done, and it's kind of cringe that I can't use it. So come on in. There we go. You don't need to close this. I recommend you don't close it, actually, for convenience sake, just in case you mess something up. Alright, after having done what I previously showed you just now, what you're going to want to do is go to your graphics configuration here, and then go to General, and then what you're going to do is click on Compile shaders before starting. Now, I do recommend this. You don't have to, but it just makes sure that you get all your custom shaders before the game starts, so that the game doesn't overload or crash or anything like that. So definitely should take that on, as you'll have a better time with it. Now, go back to advanced, make sure this is enabled, and then load up your game. Let's take a look at the card. And as you can see there on the right, it's changed next to the Blue Eyes card here that I've already customized. Let's take a closer look. And as you can see there, it's been changed. The small one, the small picture like down here, and the big one up here. So, now to change a Bakugan, it's very different. First things first, what you're going to want to do is go on the Bakugan that you want to change. Go to details, make sure that you're looking at every aspect of the Bakugan, but you need to enable texture dumping. So, enable this, go back on your game, look at all kinds of Bakugan, look at their pictures. Here we are. Keep looking at that. Here we go. I'm gonna head on over to the store where you can actually get Manion. You don't need to do this. I'm just doing it just in case I don't get what I want, right? I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. So let's head on over to Chaos, because we want Chaos Manion. Here he is. Picture. And lastly, we're gonna have to enter battle with him. Alright, here we are in battle. Let us go ahead and just summon our Manion. There we are. And there we go. We have everything we need. You can close the game now. You can especially stop the texture dumping. You never want to start a game while texture dumping is on, because it's going to lag your game like crazy. Alright, open up your folder again, which I have over here. Go to Dolphin Emulator, dump, textures, and then to your game. And as you can see here, there's a lot of Bakugan with ball form. Now, if you want to change their ball form, you have to enter the shop so that you can actually see where they originate from. So, I'm going to change the ball form of Manion right here. I will take, this is his normal picture, right, for when you actually look at him. I'm going to take his stand picture, and am I happy with that? I'm happy with that. You could also change like the colors of the Bakugan if you want. As you can see here, there is like one of these is Manion. I'm not sure which one, and I'm not gonna look for Manion because I'm not gonna change this. If you want to, you could change this. You can go into this and like change the color scheme from yellow to like purple, white, whatever you want to do, right? It's up to you. You just have to go into paint and just paint the colors. It's really up to you. But now that we've got this done, I'm gonna go into load textures and my game, and I'm gonna go out of that real quick. I'm gonna find the pictures that I want to use. Alright, so as you guys can see here, I now have all the pictures that I want. This is the bowl form of Naga, and Naga is the Bakugan that I'm going to be using to use this showcase. Right, so this is going to be, as you guys remembered, if you press on the details in the Bakugan, you can actually see their picture pop up. This right here is going to be the picture that I want to see. This is going to be in battle when he's just standing on a card. And then this is going to be his bowl form before I throw him, and, you know, when I look at him. So, let's get started. First things first, you want to copy the name, like I showed you earlier, and then get rid of it. And then you want to make sure that the name is the exact same. You want to do the exact same thing for everyone. There we go. We're done. Now we're just going to open up our game. Drag all of these in here. I'm going to leave it open. And then what you're going to want to do is open Dolphin. Start the game. If we head on over, you can see here that I now have a bowl form Naga in my slot. Pretty big, but you can obviously scale the pictures to be whatever you want. So my picture was pretty big. I wanted to stick with it because I wanted to get the metal sheen of Naga. And holy shit, I got it right. So if I press on details, you can now see I have a picture here. And yeah, let's just take him into battle. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look at Naga. So, or should I say Manino Naga? I don't fucking know what to call him, but I'll call him Naga for now. So, here's Naga, standing, looking pretty sick, right? And yeah, that basically concludes the showcase. Whatever you want to dump, just enable dump textures, and you can basically do it. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy. I hope this helped you. If it didn't, then I'm sorry. I tried my best. There are probably other more detailed tutorials out there. I'm going to leave everything that you need in the description, or everything that I use to actually start doing this stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.